Shit, yeah, baby. Woo. Hey, Space Cadets and Airheads. Welcome to Season 3 of Not 40, Just Blank. It's a radical and righteous podcast in which each episode we take you back to the bodacious 1980s, looking back at news, TV, sports, film and music of a single year of that bitchin' decade. It sounds mega. So come and join us on our latest gnarly journey, dudes, as we head back to the 80s, the decade that fashion forgot, right here on Not 40, Just Blank. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the white-knuckle thrill ride that is Not 40 Just Blank. Please do remain seated at all times to avoid injury. We're here with the last episode in our fond look back at the 1980s as we examine all the weird and wonderful from 1989. So, for the last time this series, it's a delicious good evening to my two time-travelling buddies, Rich and Phil. Hello, loves.
Hi, Jim. You all right? Hi, Phil. You
Hello.
all right?
Very, very well. It's been a long time since we were back in the studio.
Yeah, it is.
Christmas has been and gone.
Yeah.
New Year.
New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year,
Happy
Blankers.
Yes. Happy New Year.
So, yeah, this is it. The final one.
Yeah. Does it feel right? Or is it?
Today is the last day I'm saying Happy New Year, though. I mean, there's got to be a cut-off
There's
time.
got to be a cut-off, isn't there? I think it's probably about 5 days ago, to be honest, but we can squeeze this one in. It's fine.
Yeah.
Although it will, of course, instantly date this podcast for all eternity.
Yeah.
How about
We take it back. Happy New Year, my ass.
the next person to wish you Happy New Year, Phil? You say there's a
punch.
cut-off point. You cut off their fingers.
Yeah, you just punch
Well,
them-
what body part
punch
would you
them
cut
directly
off?
in the face.
Just got to punch him in the face. Be like
Straight in.
Groundhog
Yeah.
Day. Just like when
Yeah, but if someone like comes to you like August the 1st and you just haven't seen them that year, they go,
Yeah.
Happy New Year. No, you're being a prick now, aren't you? Deliberately punch in the face.
Yeah, it's very true.
And I don't care if that is your own mother. It needs to happen, doesn't it?
What about if it's Jules Holland?
Yeah, he can get away with a lot of things, can't he, Jules? He's just got that cheeky
How
temper.
much can he get away with?
Oh, I would say, you
and
know,
they're probably filming
killing a pet.
They're probably filming the next New Year's Eve on August the 1st. So
Maybe that's what it is. He's in
Yeah.
that zone
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
It's very true. Did we have nice New Year's while we're talking
yeah, very
about
good.
it?
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Did. We're always all together, weren't we?
Yeah, it's nice that you remember.
Podding.
It was.
We were. We're never not on the record, are we?
No, we couldn't release that one.
No, that was weird. that got fruity really quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nice little evening until my daughter threw a dart in your son's head, and it got weird, didn't it, Phil?
It's,
So
When the
on
brats
record,
end.
I'd like to apologise for that right here, right now.
Actually, I think right now that line that you just used there, Jim, I think it'd be a great opener for a potential number one song.
It was all going well until my daughter threw a dart into your son's head.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Morrissey lyric.
It does sound a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah. The last of the kids to die. Well, it was a slow death.
Phil,
He was bleeding
you're
from
good at
head wounds.
impressions.
First one of
you
the
hear
pod. Can you do a Morrissey singing that line?
What was the line?
It was all going well until my daughter threw a dart into your son's head.
It was all going well. I got a threw a fart into a boy's head.
He's missing his marigold. So I think it was Gladioli, isn't it? Where he sings.
It's quite catchy.
It's nice. It could work, couldn't it? It could work.
Yeah, it's-
But yeah, does anyone remember how to do this podcast?
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping
man.
it's going to come back. So
Well, we just talk bollocks for 2 hours, I think.
that's what it is. So we'll do some weird shit.
Yeah.
We'll do some proper news. We'll do some weird news. We'll do some Jim versus Phil versus Dell versus everybody. Maybe a bit of telly, and then we might break the pod because there's a chance
Break
we're gonna-
the pod.
We're going to break the podcasting community by ending this episode after telly and some letters and emails.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a second half
Woof.
with films and music.
Woof.
Sound like a plan?
Woof.
Right,
Sounds
come on.
delightful.
Let's get cracking on 1989. Dell,
Okay.
what has been going round your head, my little fruitcake?
There's lots of things on the list, but it's things going around in my head, but there's also things that can relate to you, might relate to you, might not relate to you, might think, what the fuck? But I'm going to hit you first with a question.
Do you reckon it's going to be weird if one of the ones he goes, it might relate to you, is really odd? We both go, what are you talking about?
No, people.
Go on, hit us with a question.
I'm going to hit you with a question, and I'm going to hit you hard.
Oh.
Right, and I want you to answer it honestly.
Yes, my New Year's resolution broken.
Jim, Phil, how do you feel about beating children
Wow.
at
That was
sports?
competitive dad syndrome.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be done.
It's got to be done.
Yeah, yeah.
They need to learn, don't they?
Have you got any sort of like total memories of obliterations or?
I'd remember we ended up after one game of like a Nerf gun war. Me and George ended up in A&E because I shot him in the eye
With
a
actual bullets.
with a Nerf bullet. Yeah, that was not my finest moment.
Oh wow, so that was proper. Was you
Proper
gunning him
pain.
down then? Was you? Did he hit you? Did he hit you to get like the monster out of Jim? The rage.
He awoken the beast certainly by a barrage of fire.
Okay.
But he was sneaking around one of the walls down the downstairs living room area. He was crouched low behind it.
Oof.
And I knew that he was crouched, but I didn't realise how low. So I sort of aimed my gun around the wall, shot it, thinking I'm going to get him in the leg or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he was really low, hit his eye.
Shit.
Right on the eyeball.
Well, I'd say that's his mistake.
Exactly. You
So-
don't go low. If I go high, you go low. But if we both go low, you're in trouble.
Obviously, you was extremely concerned and apologetic. But
course.
for a tiny half a million of a second.
I did say, first of all, I win. Do you concede? And then let's get you to the A&E.
It's like, fuck yeah.
I haven't had it with my own kids, but I remember once with my nephew.
You also beat
Phil.
my kids.
No, I
didn't you?
remember like, with my nephew once. I always remember being like we were around Claire's mum and dad's, and I was playing football in the garden with like a plastic ball. And I remember I caught this volley. Oh, sweetest I could have. And
Yeah, because it was plastic. Was it one of those wibbly
Yeah,
wobbly?
like, I
went
hit it.
everywhere?
You couldn't hit it any better, and he got in the way of it. Didn't he? He literally hit him in the face. It took him off his feet. He was about 3 years old.
Roy of the Rovers.
He literally just flew.
Hot shot Hamish himself.
Yeah, but he kind of pissed me off because it was a beautiful shot.
Yeah. They always get in the way, didn't they?
Yeah.
Otherwise, that was destined top
It
corner.
was.
Right?
It was amazing. But yeah, I remember that took him off his feet. I wasn't very popular. That
Yeah,
after
you instantly get like,
Yeah.
it was a total accident.
Yeah.
But you're
Why'd you have to hit it so hard?
Exactly, that's what you get.
No, you-
All the women concerned around, why'd you do that? Why can't you grow up? Sorry.
Yeah, you feel proper bad, don't you? Yeah, when you.
Properly in the bad books for quite a while, yeah.
Oh, man.
What's the premise of this?
Yeah,
then?
see, I'm always, whether it's Paul, whether it's
Do you go big?
Yeah, I go full on. I want to beat him down just because I know that at some point the roles are
Yeah,
going
the
to
roles
reverse.
will turn, absolutely.
So he has to earn a victory, and when he does, it's fair play. I still pepper him in the goal now when we're warming up for
Yeah,
football.
you do.
But I just remember my old man when we was little kids, and he was pretty much. We used to play cricket in the garden, and there was. I mean,
He came out
cricket.
helmet, pads.
He literally used
box,
to,
just in case.
pretty much. But he used to like pretty much to score like 100 type thing, and almost like sort of like when they lift the bats up, sort
Yeah.
of like.
Is your mum like top window?
He like launched the ball out the back garden. He's like, no, you can't go and get it. He's just run 1,000 runs. I'll retire there. Thank you very
Me and my
much.
brother are demoralised going in for tea, and then like
He's still
still
running.
coming back.
He's still out there. He's up to 605.
No, mate, no, God. Yeah, no, just remember that always again, and it used to be like. But if you got a tiny little victory, I don't know, it's like similar. If you had
Feels so
similar
much
thing.
sweeter, I
mate,
imagine, doesn't it? Yeah.
So it's building up for that. Moving on to the next one. They're not starting off super weird, so I'll ease you in.
That was, of all the things you've said
Yeah.
over this entire series now, probably the least weird.
At least weird, it wasn't that. Yeah,
It's nice.
Well, I got a bit. It got you a bit worried at first with the beating children.
A little
yeah.
bit, but not. You said odder.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Let's see with the next one.
Lucky we edited out my answer before.
Yes, exactly. Phil, yes,
Yeah, you
that's
might notice a small cut in Phil's answer. Yes, I do. And
That's
they deserve it.
That's the magic of Barry. Sounds like a good advert. Right, or a shit advert. Local community Facebook groups. How do you feel?
Oh,
about
they're the
these?
best.
Yeah.
I mean, well, as we know, we've
you-
found guests off of this.
Jimmy, Phil, can you give us some like tasters of the absolute cod shit that comes out of people's mouths on these
No,
things?
it's mostly missing cats and dogs in it, and
What people missing them?
yeah,
As in they've gone out for the night.
yeah, I just miss them.
I miss
Missing
little
you.
tiddles.
No, it's that.
Playing,
It's,
playing
the
foreigner.
whiskers.
and it's someone playing loud music or next door neighbour. Oh, it's just a load of crap.
Does anyone know who owns the motorbike that goes up the road at 10:30 at night, revving its engine?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
mate.
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's all the little NIMBY, not in my backyard, little Englanders.
There's
Do you know
all-
what,
oh,
do you
mate,
know what I
someone-
always find fascinating about them sites is whenever it's like someone robbing or burgling or a dodgy van or something,
Yeah.
no one ever gets the registration plate.
No.
It's like,
Well,
have you seen this vehicle? Just get the fucking number plate and we'd all find it, wouldn't we?
They'll just guess who it could be.
Yeah.
There's a fella that looks a bit shifty that goes down the Londis.
Get the reg.
I wonder if it's him.
And it'll be easier. We'll be able to find out. You can even go to the police and tell them, but
You know what I find the oddest? It's when you expect that kind of little Englandy attitude from, you don't want to cast everyone with the same sort of brush, but the older generation.
Yeah, of course.
And then when you've got like someone who's 25 or something and
Yeah.
just still spouting the same sort of weird
Yeah, that's
lack
strange,
of tolerance and stuff, you're like, what's going on here?
Oh, you're saying
no,
that? We've got some funny footage on our Ring doorbell.
Hello.
So about
Is it you coming back for a night out?
about 3 doors,
Yeah.
about
Still
3
like-
doors where we live.
still like
We've
my
got this
front door.
miserable bastard who doesn't let anyone parking across his drive. If you stay there for it, he'd go mental.
Really?
Anyway, we had an Amazon delivery driver park across his drive. He
Yeah.
knocks at our doorbell, rang the doorbell. This bloke got out of his house. Broke into his van and started throwing his parcels. Don't park across my driveway. We're going to all on a Ring doorbell. It's like,
Throwing parcels.
yeah, get throw his parcels. Bloke's going, sorry, like that.
Fucking hell, what? Don't park. What is he? How old is this guy?
Like 70s? Like his 70s? He's a very miserable bastard.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. We've got it on the Ring
Home
doorbell.
is my castle, don't park across
Yeah.
it. That's my moat.
I'd love to purposely wind that guy.
Yeah, we do that. We kind of like,
Which
we
side is it?
purposely
To the left or right as we
yeah.
look at it?
It's kind of as you go.
We always park.
about 4,
exactly.
about 4 rounds. It's kind of, to the left, like, diagonally. But yeah,
Delicious. We'll always park there when we come round you.
yeah, he's funny. But
Oh,
yeah,
mate.
just reminded me of that.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, mate, I saw a couple of weird ones the other day. One was actually in Thorpe Bay, actually. I just went on there.
Do you
There's a
join
local-
like all different residents?
I've joined a few groups
Live
and that
there at all,
recently.
but always goes in.
I'm
So you
just
just
a real-
pretend you live in Fort Bay.
I pretend
I
I'm
live
a-
in Fort Bay.
Yeah, just so I
Try
can,
it out.
like, when I'm out, I can just say I'm a Thorpite or whatever the fuck they call them.
A bayer.
The bayer. Yeah, I'm a massive bayer. But yeah, no, it was something to do with, like, basically there was one house in the street that just their garden was overgrown and it was a bit of a mess, and this one woman had typed out a fucking letter and posted saying you're scum, you're bringing the whole community down.
I mean, could be disabled.
This is
could be
Fort
anything.
Bay.
Yeah.
Fort Bay has certain standards and all this, like, fucking Hyacinth Picard. Just for it's, and it turns out that all it was the reason why they didn't keep their fucking sort of on a gardening check was the fact of they had like kids, they were a young family, and they were just struggling
just-
to like
we're
fucking
just going
with
out
life.
there.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's just
Life
fucking
gets in the way,
ridiculous.
so.
That was quite funny. But the best one I ever saw was about foxes, and it was
We know you and wildlife.
Oh, well, yeah, I love my foxes. Not them shitting on my doorstep, but as in like
With the
just
mints.
'cause the mints are the classic mints. Oh, it was amazing mints, weren't they?
Classy of them.
The classic with the polar bear, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh mate, you can't beat them. But the people were convinced in a certain part. This is in Benfleet actually. They were convinced that the food waste bins.
Yeah.
That foxes had worked out how to open them up.
Amazing.
And then just fucking going there like there's some like
they're
secret
working together.
SWAT team of
Yeah.
foxes just coming in quickly, fucking doing.
Send
doing-
Charlie team. Mrs. Bloggs has put out a lovely chicken dinner.
But mate,
Fuckers.
yeah, so I just loved it. I love the whole pettiness, the whole petty bullshit and stuff like that. So on to dentists. So it's come up a few times.
Not have a go.
Not have a go, just dentists in general. Have you got any good dentists or have you any weird dentists? Have you had what? Any dentist?
Weird as much.
Any weird any dentists that have fucking kicked shit out of you? That you come out and it's like you fucking.
Oh, I remember having a tooth removed and like
Yeah.
literally on my chest. It wasn't the tooth.
It was laying on your chest.
No, but it wasn't. It was.
He did a shit on
Shitting on it.
He was trying to get
Cleveland steamroller.
He was trying to get leverage of the tooth, but his whole body weight was on my chest. That was hurting me more than the actual tooth coming out.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was like, that was bad.
When you'd only gone in for a checkup.
Yeah.
He was looking for the
I remember once I had a root canal.
Yeah.
And,
Right, show off.
and,
Oh, look at you.
and they were short staffed, so I had to hold like
Got some
the
guy
one.
across the
I had
road.
to hold something while they were doing. I can't remember, but she was just, can you hold that, please? I was just like holding his
Are you
finger.
sure that wasn't just to take your mind off something? It's like,
no.
he's obviously a struggler.
No, she was by herself. You know, they normally have a little assistant, didn't they?
Yeah.
But they were by themselves. She was like, just hold that.
Just
for me.
hold
I was
that.
like, oh.
Did you come out? You had no wallet, no trousers,
Yeah.
no pants.
Tie that round your tooth. I'm going down to the Mini. I'll
Yeah.
put the rope to the window. We'll just drive off and we'll have that tooth out, Mr. Reynolds.
Just drove off with a car. Oh my god! What about you, Jim? You had any?
I'm not a massive fan of the old dentist.
What about the
anyway.
hands? Have you ever had they're like hairy hands, massively hairy hands, stinky breath? What's like anything like?
There's always one that's a bit of a coffee breath up.
Yeah, that's
they're
like-
never pleasant. But that was just. I think we got a bit of a grounding with our old headmaster. He was massive in the coffee breath.
Yeah, massively.
Mr.
Yeah.
Naylor.
Oh yeah, massively. Yeah.
Never forget that. There was never anything worse when he was right in your face. Just
Have you ever met anyone who's got like proper halitosis? Like proper halitosis?
not like a medical, just the odd stinky breath, but not
mate.
where it can peel paint.
Yeah,
Your
like
eyes bleed.
it's. A guy at Prospects like years ago, he used to teach us. He had halitosis, like proper halitosis, and it just smelled like he's just tucked into a massive shit sandwich. It's just
maybe he was just really enjoying his shit sandwiches.
So maybe he just did love shit sandwiches, mate. It's just like proper like melt your eyebrows off when he breathes on you. It's like proper, not good, mate.
Are you saying that your dentist has got?
Dentist used to have this is it went from a bit of a sort of like contrast. So I started off with Mr. McCarthy, who had the hairiest fucking hands ever. So when he's like going in your mouth, and you're
Monkey
McCarthy,
like,
always wonder why, like you got hairs coming out when at the end of the day, and your teeth aren't that much cleaner.
Did you used to find little hairs in your mouth when you came round from the? Anesthetics.
You always wondered that. Yeah,
they were curly ones as well.
The curly ones.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the freshest.
The glossy hair.
Yeah. But one time they had a clear out, and not as in chloronic or that, but they had a proper like clear out, and they changed it up, and I was expecting Mr. McCarthy, and I don't know, it was so fucked up. It's like they changed the whole staff with like glamour models, and it was like hot dentists. I remember having one called Geraldine, who was just like they was all from Ireland, and they was just as fit as fuck. There was this, it was ridiculous.
What age are you at this point?
Oh god, this is about
7.
No, it's got to be about maybe 10 years ago. But that was all like. But yeah, it was to the point of like.
Was it the cause? Like the cause dentist?
It was like the cause dentist. I wanted to be the Jim, the brother.
Yeah.
Actually,
is that when you went through that phase of getting your teeth checked every 2 weeks?
Yeah, man.
Spending huge amounts of money on unnecessary dentistry.
No, it weren't good, mate. It was just, but it's just this was the fact of it. It's just like almost like getting up and like you're walking like because you want to like beat down your boner sort of thing. You don't want to get a boner at
the title of the podcast. Beat down your boner.
Beat down your boner.
Make a note.
Mate. But yeah, so I don't know. Like I say, I wondered if you ever had that, or have you ever been?
I've never walked into a glamour model dentist.
Damn, you're not going to the right ones. It's all changed up now. There's the normal services.
Maybe that means they're doing the local area. Maybe they'll come to my dentist next.
Well, now it's just really fit dentists with hairy hands. So it's just like that's
the unfortunate.
That's the unfortunate.
They've crossbred both of those.
Yeah,
it's like fit ass dentists.
Yeah, those looking for pedigree, it didn't work out. It's full of mongrel jobs. But dental hygienists again. I don't know if you've ever had to do that. It's fucking degrading. Have you ever paid for it? Yeah, you have to
for them to clean your teeth.
You have to clean your teeth in front of them, like you're fucking.
Well, they check.
Yeah, but when they do it, I remember like my gums are really bleeding when I come out of like hygienist.
Yeah, because they're proper. So.
No, but they just because they do it properly where you don't. Your gums were so tender.
Yeah,
like literally come out. I was like, it was worse than like having a filling or something like that. I was like, Christ.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's fucking. Yeah, it's when I had to do it was just I had to clean my teeth in front of her like I was 5, and then you're not doing it right.
No, come here.
She had to hold my hand to show me how to fucking clean my teeth, and I had to pay at the time £50 for the privilege. It's now like fucking a lot more.
Little happy ending, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you get
I loved
like
it.
Your own toothbrush away with it.
I loved it. Right, on to pointless maths questions.
Lovely.
Oh, I love a pointless maths question.
I love a pointless maths question. I love pointless. I love maths.
Yeah, and I love questions.
I love questions. It's a win-win-win for me.
I'll give you an example. If you got any, like, if Kelly's got, I don't know, 20 pineapples,
4,
and then, and then she takes away. As soon as that, I realise why I say shit at maths, because as soon as you tell me that Kelly's got 20 pineapples,
that's all you can.
I'm imagining a trolley of fucking pineapples, and then
do you think she's a massive swinger? I think she got one of them upside down.
I think she's got serious issues as well, Kelly. She's got 20 fucking pineapples in a trolley.
She has got lovely sweet.
So you're not going to give us maths questions? He's just talking about pointless maths.
Yeah, that's what he's
it's based off like a Frankie or a Molly homework type.
Yeah. It's just like I don't know. Yeah, if you've been with the kids, and it's just like
they do that kind of weird setup and context, and you're just like, no, just ask me a question. 20 take away whatever would be far easier than Kelly's got 20 pineapples. Yeah, what's wrong with her? She's got gingivitis. I don't know.
If was it meant to be fun? Is that why there was those?
Yeah, Adam's got 6 apples. Robert's got 4. Jenny's got 5. But Adam's got 2 more than Robert, and she's got 3 more than Jenny. And how many has Jeff got?
What's Tony got?
Yeah,
jealousy.
Apple.
It's all that crap. I know.
Severe self-esteem issues.
Yeah, he's got a proper load.
Pots of pissing. Poor old fucking Tony.
Well, on to talking about self-esteem. What's your dirty talk like, boys?
Do you
partake in the dirty talk?
Or we talk like in the bedroom.
Yeah. You sounded like
as opposed to on the bus.
Yeah.
That's why they don't let you
They're
ride on the
completely
bus.
different.
Yeah.
They are very different beasts.
Give
aren't
us an example of your dirty talk on the bus, Phil.
they? These floors are grubby.
Single ticket to the Elms, please.
Do you want an all-day rover? You can go anywhere for £4.20. I bet you can. Plenty of room up the back. There it is.
Your back windows need cleaning.
I've got room on my double for you.
Do I participate in? Oh,
You
probably.
getting off at the
I like
next
that.
stop.
I like that
Sorry.
Phil actually wants to answer.
Yeah,
this,
no,
though,
so
mate. I'm
obviously-
very much going to swerve it.
Without
just so
getting
you're
into it, I probably do. I don't know. I'm not going to give an example.
You don't have to give me
Do
an
you want us
example.
to phone your wife now and ask her what's
Yeah,
wrong? I don't
should we
think
do that? Make her first.
Why do you ask them, Richard?
I say it because I'm conscious of this. I feel like a massive prick when I'm doing it.
Oh, okay.
I just can't fucking do it because I feel like I just. It's
Which,
not,
given your flights of fancy and stuff, surely you could go into a little world where you.
yeah,
can do
I
this.
don't. Yeah, so when we get.
But why though?
Just because it,
Claire's
I don't know. For me, it's real what we're doing, but it's just like, oh, I want you to be, all dominant, or I just can't. Or what? I want you to be like a potato that's like being peeled, and or cover me in hummus
that's
and
the request.
call me Gerard.
I was going to say, if that's the request, then I understand. But
No, but I don't know. Like I don't know.
Just put cheese and beans on you.
Yeah. Oh, what's your biggest fantasy? And it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I can't
I was
go there.
talking pre. I thought you were talking about in the passion, in the moment.
No, yeah, well, a bit of that and a bit before, and it's just like, yeah, I just can't get my head right. Yeah, just get.
Are you slightly more English than we give you credit
I think
for?
so,
I always
yeah,
thought
I
that
think
you were
so.
a Mediterranean Lothario.
Yeah, there is that in me, but I'm a filth bag in a sack. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying
That's some weird stuff.
But I just can't talk it. I
Yeah.
just can't. What I need is I need one of you boys there to actually do the dirty talk for me.
Oh, okay. Just
Why
like a Cyrano de Bergerac. kind
Yeah, a
of
little
thing.
bit. Yeah.
Like Steve Martin just through the window.
Maybe
I want to stick my finger up your bum. Thanks.
I was thinking more Latino voice, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
You can do that.
Yeah, no, I just Also, my tone of voice isn't really good, and like I just used to. It used to be like even worse. So people used to be, I'm really gonna make you come, and it's like with
Really
like,
put the effort in.
yeah, really good.
Ray,
Do I have to?
the man with the sarcastic tone of voice.
Do you wanna-
Mary Whitehouse?
Do you want another finger? Do you want one finger, or do you want two? It's just it's that sort of- maybe. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Good to share, Dale.
There you
Yeah.
go. Anyway,
Good
yeah.
to share.
So
Good
there
to
we go.
share. We'll work something out for you. We'll write you some notes.
Okay. No worries.
That was a proper echo then, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, it was. What do you want? I'll give you a choice. Do you want bruised fruit or bucket lists?
Well, we've done fruit with pineapples. Do bucket
Okay,
list.
bucket lists. You got anything on your bucket list, boys?
Get a new bucket.
Yeah, nah,
Right,
not
and then
really.
write a new list.
Want to buy a new bucket? Yeah. Develop list. That's all.
Well,
I've got on
I
it.
don't think so.
I've never wanted to do like a skydive or
Well,
swim
nah,
with sharks
sod
or
off.
anything like that.
Have you ever wanted to swim with traffic wardens?
Occasionally,
Yeah.
I'd quite like to drown traffic wardens. That would be on the bucket list.
That would be
I mean,
pretty cool.
I've swum with a dolphin. I suppose that could be on some people's bucket list.
What, in, was it St
Can
Clement's School?
There was one rogue and I jumped in, tried to help it out. No, we went to Florida and did that. But I've not got anything other than that. I don't want to like run a marathon or
Yeah, no, I just want,
cross America on a pogo stick or.
It's just to get the juices flowing, boys. What about you, Phil? It's
interesting,
like this is actually depressing.
Who knows? Maybe by the end of this, I
No
could
juices
do.
flowing in, but
No, all the juice
maybe
dried
she's gone
up.
bruised fruit.
Okay, bruised fruit.
What's on your bucket list then?
Oh
you do a lot
yeah, I've
of
got
weird
stuff like
stuff, haven't you?
parachute jumps, still different things like that. So
Well,
there,
sod that.
yeah, it's
Like
pretty
George is really into wanting to do that. He's got it in his head that he's
traveling
parachute
places,
jump,
go
but-
certain places, sort of
Yeah,
traveling.
I suppose
that sort of-
holidays and stuff.
Yeah, that sort of thing. But
achievable. But nothing. Yeah, high octane.
but-
It's not in my nature.
okay,
No, same here.
That's a bit-
Feet are
massive
standing
coward.
firmly on the ground.
Exactly. As I get older, I find that every year now.
yeah, sort of
Yeah.
like just a cup of tea and a hard wank,
Lovely. Exactly. That's about as exciting as a Tuesday will get, Del. Let me tell you.
and then a whole box of Pringles to
Of course,
to reward yourself
Standard
afterwards.
practice. Standard practice.
Okay, what about inappropriate whispering
Ooh.
or whistling?
We're
Even
back on the old sex
Inappropriate
talk again.
whistling.
yeah, whistling. Yeah, have you ever had
Or like maybe like a funeral or something. Someone's just trying to keep it light or something.
Have you ever, like, some people aren't aware of their whistling?
Yeah, it's sort of totally just catches them by surprise when people are all looking and going, what the fuck are you doing, mate?
Have you ever had that, like in a gym change room? I've been getting that, and guys come in, he's drying his balls and he's whistling like a fucking
more attention,
like a milkman. I know there's not too many milkmen. Milkmen are a dying breed now. Big shout out for the milkman out there. You're doing a great job.
Big up the milkman.
But it's that sort of thing, inappropriate. I've had it at a urinal before. I've been next to some guy and he's whistling and he's looking around and it's like, what the fuck? It just blows my mind a bit, sort of.
Not that I can. Maybe in like a situation when everyone's like head down in a meeting or something, and something bad's been said, and then someone comes in late and they're all kind of upbeat and chirpy, and it's like, sense the tone, mate.
I mean, kind of
quick finish.
The only one I think I've kind of been linked to the question before is whilst having sex, someone whistling it.
Are you that bored?
Whilst I'm trying to dirty talk, someone next to us is
keeping it upbeat.
Mate, no.
well, Duffy done a good whistle, an appropriate whistle, when he fell over, tripped over the.
Sorry, I thought you meant the Welsh singer.
2006.
Yeah.
Was it Duffy? Who's the guy who tripped over?
Duff. Duffy.
What did he do then?
When we told the story, and you remember when he came out Bryn Cheese and tripped over the thing, he was whistling at the time.
Yeah.
That's right. Everyone had hidden.
I don't know. Have you ever been tempted though when someone is whistling just to like give them a little bit back, as in ba ba ba,
like a dueling banjos?
Like just
get involved in a. Well, that'd be nice. If I could whistle, that's the thing. I can't whistle.
Yeah, I'm not great yet.
So I admire people that can do a lovely little tune. I think so.
Do you blow a whistle or suck whistle?
Hold tight. We're going back a couple of steps here, Del.
I know what you mean.
Because I suck.
I know what you mean.
You breathe it in.
You certainly do suck.
Wow.
I can't blow and whistle like.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I started off.
I always assumed it was a blow thing.
At whistling school, day one,
That's what
they teach you to blow in. No, I started off that way, and then I taught myself how to whistle properly.
You were fucking mental. Yeah. You can't sustain that because at some point you just have to go, I'm so full of air, it fucking hurts.
When I auditioned for Walk Like an Egyptian, Egyptian, yeah. You know the bit where they go, there's too much pressure on now.
There is now, isn't there? Panic.
Oh, they're not for that, man.
Hello.
Even with his sucking whistle.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going purple. That's the amount of oxygen he was taking in at that point. But well, we can officially now say Phil sucks.
Phil sucks. Isn't it? You do indeed.
That's the title. Fuck it.
Finishing up, there's strippers.
Just really nonchalantly
skip over that.
We should really go over strippers again.
No, what I mean,
every single week we do this. There's always strippers.
No, what I mean by strippers is, well, obviously people that take off their clothes, but as in awkwardness again with like lap dances. So we've been on stag do's and that, and there's all like stuff like that.
Always hate it. As soon as the talk
fucking
went round, I used to despise it.
I find them awkward as fuck. I don't know.
I've literally walked into one, just bought a drink, and then walked out and just left people there.
Do you remember we went to I think it was Gabs at Blackpool.
It sounds like a chain of restaurants.
No, it was
Gabs
when we went
strippers.
It's when we went Blackpool. Blackpool with the football team.
Yes,
not Gabs one. Okay. And I remember me and SS went down to a strip place.
What, you and the Nazis?
Because he was like, he used to do.
They love strippers, didn't they?
He used to do it quite regularly with his clients in London, so he was used to them. And I remember him like, he was like, "Come on, let's go and get one." And I couldn't. I was just like, "No." So I waited outside while he went and he had a lap dance. I can't. I'll just laugh
outside the room.
No, that's what I did. Yeah, that's.
I'll just laugh. I'd probably get thrown out for laughing rather than being appropriately touching him or anything. They'd probably throw me out for being disrespectful.
No, I had is that I pissed the stripper off because she looked me up and down and she was licking her lips and I just burst out laughing because it was just, I found it was.
Were you covered in sugar?
I was covered in sugar. I was a donut.
Is that what she was doing?
A massive donut.
You are going to be one tasty little snack, my friend.
She fucking dipped me in hot batter first, the bitch. I was like, that's outrageous.
Fried me in oil. It was odd.
No, it's just fucking, and then she absolutely lost it at me. She go, what's the matter? And it's just like,
it's weird. I don't understand. We've got friends that are just like
strippers.
Quite happy to go and see them. And
Number 33, the strippers.
Can't do it.
It's odd, isn't it?
We did one. So I went to my cousin's stag do. We went up to Newcastle, and I was maybe 18, 19. I was only relatively young.
Yeah.
And they're a few years older, so I'm sort of sitting there, good group of 20 maybe, and as part of the stag, we'd all been given a little plastic duck by the best man. One of those, the duck callers.
Yeah, of course.
So every time he blew it, you had to get your duck out, hold it above your head, and the last one had to do forfeit, drink, whatever it might be. So we've all ended up having to do, money in, we're all going to get a lap dance as a group in a big circle. So we're all facing inwards in a circle, looking at each other. And I'm just, one, mortified anyway, because I just don't enjoy this sort of thing. And two, there's my cousin sort of across the way from me getting some woman writhing on his lap and the rest of it. And then, obviously, the best man decided this was the time. So as we're all sitting there trying to, beat down the boner.
Obviously.
The duck whistle came out and we're all fumbling about looking for these fucking plastic ducks whilst these women who are doing their job and trying to do a good job of it just go, what the fuck are you doing? All getting pissed off whilst we're all laughing at ourselves with ducks on our heads.
Mate, I remember going to like a couple of stag do's and just like the whole classic, it's the classic line where guys just fucking keep on going back to the same girl.
Just falling into attachment.
And you hear them talking to her and they're going, oh fuck, I'll take you away from this.
Yeah, I'll leave my wife
It's going, you deserve so much better than
You're
this.
a princess. And they're like, you're hammered and I'm just taking you
mate, whatever, I'll be whatever for you. Just keep on paying.
Exactly.
It's
we take cards. Don't worry. Don't worry if you run out of money. We take cards.
I was mate. Do you remember in Vegas where we said that Steve was our manager or something, or we was all, I can't remember, or Steve was an actor or something, I can't remember, and then he was SS Stephen, the famous
elephant man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was. We'll draw a line under that there. Anyway, find out with soft play experiences. Awful
places, just disease-ridden, stink of pee.
Yes.
And there's normally one kid in there who's just basically the bully of the entire area.
Yeah, arsehole kid.
Tends to throw other kids to their doom down slides. And
feral kid, isn't it? Yeah.
And you can't say anything because the parents are normally just as, my little bully wouldn't do that. Look, I'm pointing at him as he's throwing my daughter down the fucking slide. Look, there he is. That's not mine. Hello, mummy. All right, he is mine, but he wouldn't do that normally.
They do, and generally their mums are like tucked around the corner.
No idea what's
or the
going
parents
on.
even, and they just
it's just a moment.
No.
Because the noise in those rooms is fucking hellish.
Yeah,
it
it's
echoes
insane.
around anyway. Just screaming and shouting. It's not a relaxing 2 hours, is it?
And if you get dragged in there, because when they're young enough, you can't get them up. It's a sweat fest, isn't it? And generally, I remember fucking them getting so excited that they're having so much fun that they prepared to shit themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't come out. I can't leave.
I've got a massive shit coming, but I'm having so much fun.
It's the best thing I've ever done in my life. You did this last week, and you're probably doing it again next week.
Yeah, exactly.
I am going to shit myself. I don't care.
There's something about that smell that just hits you quicker than
I'm very glad that the kids are grown up. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, that is. What you touched on, Jim. All I was going to touch on was I don't know if you. Well, no,
I didn't touch on kids.
I didn't touch on kids. There's
that is a weird way to end this segment.
Can't say. Yeah, that's
none of the Not Forced Just Blank team touch kids.
No, it was just to say if you've ever been to a cunt kid's birthday party. So
out of nowhere, he just drops it.
So a cunt kid's birthday party is a bit like a normal kid's birthday party, but except for the kid that is hosting it is a massive cunt. So come up to you, kick you in the legs, spit on you, just exactly what it is. They're a cunt kid. So but the thing is,
how much do we have to pay for a bleep every day? Is it about 50 quid now, Barry?
It is
200 quid down here, Dale.
But the thing is,
run out of budget.
But the thing is, with a cunt kid's birthday party, you cannot call the kid on his birthday, especially at 4 years, you can't call him a cunt.
It's true.
But you can write it in his card. So there you go. So there you go, people. That's the end of the.
That is a lovely
got it off
way
your chest
to wrap
now,
up.
Got it off my chest, yeah.
I feel like that's been brewing for a while because there's no way either Frankie or Molly have been going to one of these for a while.
Yeah, no.
I've seen stewing on it for about 5 years.
I've been dying to get it out.
Let that one out.
I haven't been home sleeping properly.
Nice. So that is all the weird shit that's been going on in your head.
Now I think I can talk dirty.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that at the end.
Quickly go home. You got 10 minutes.
Yeah. Before we go back to
go give Claire a treat. Go
there you go.
Exactly.
A finger of fudge.
Splendid stuff. All right, so we do a very quick break and then we'll come back with the proper news from 1989. Is that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah. Proper news first.
Go on, let's do that. Right then, chaps, let's take a look at what was making the news back in 1989, shall we? So me and you, Phil, we'll tackle the sensible shit, and then Del, once we're exhausted, coming and finishing off with some weird stuff. So I normally start with a look at Rear of the Year.
Oh,
You remember? Tragically, no competition in 1989.
Really?
Why not?
No,
Why not?
don't know.
But if you
Dunno.
was personally going to choose one, who would be your Rear of the Year?
Who was last year?
Steve Davis
and Sue Pollard,
Pollard,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
Was that he ain't them?
So I would go Kylie and Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go big because they were.
Yeah.
Or the two lads from Millie.
And I actually do think they, yeah, but I do actually think Kylie and Jason have nice asses.
They really do, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in those jeans in the old Too Many Broken Hearts.
The Stonewash.
Especially for you.
Oh, yeah.
He picks her up. Oh, yeah. Fuck it. Kylie and Jason. Let's note that down.
He
Kylie and Jason. Fuck it.
He picks her and he wears chapless jeans as well, doesn't he?
He does. He's got a lovely, lovely, peachy little tushy hidden away back there. In his,
That was a rash.
In his errands.
He's got a rash on him. Who do you reckon's got the nicest arse out of Kylie and Jason?
Depends what year.
Yeah.
Because Jason fluctuated with his weight, but Kylie kept it consistent, didn't she?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, he wouldn't look good in the hot pants.
Not the gold ones, no.
I reckon when he did Joseph,
Oh.
yeah.
But then you just used to close your eyes. Back his curtain.
Or Too Many Broken Hearts in the World. Great video.
Oh, yeah.
Very
There's
welcome.
do you know what's so great about that video? Is he's strumming with an electric guitar and it's not plugged in. And he's in the fucking wilderness.
And he keeps hijacking, and in the end he just goes off.
He's hijacking.
He keeps like
Or
going
planes.
like hijack along the road.
Oh, my
Do you mean
God.
hitchhiking?
Yeah, hitchhiking. I knew it didn't sound like.
He keeps taking over planes at 30,000 feet. Do you remember? Fly me to fucking Cuba.
This is
David
a
Donovan, are you sure?
political hijack, you motherfucker.
Too many broken hearts in the world.
Let me into the captain's fucking cabin, you prick.
You
Yeah, Cuba, you big dag.
Yeah, I meant
Oh, I love that.
hitchhiking.
You were so sure it was hijacking. That's brilliant. We're both looking. 'cause
Like
he- off. You won't be able to see this, viewers, but he was of course, using the old thumb
Thumb.
for hitchhiking, which
Yeah.
was our first clue.
The
that he'd
international.
fucked up.
The international.
The universal sign for hijacking.
Yeah, there's a
man.
bloke in the back. He's got a fucking
Yeah,
gun.
Oh,
That's
mate.
brilliant. He was
Maybe-
always hijacking, wasn't he? Jason Donovan?
Maybe Die Hard would be totally different if Jason Donovan was in it.
Anyway, he was always
Could you take him
hitchhiking.
to Runcorn.
He was always hitchhiking in the video, and then in the end, he gets in his bloody car.
All right, so it's a hitchhiking tease.
So he's just taking the piss.
So it's a massive
Taking a
tease.
fucking piss.
Unbelievable.
Should have been hijacking.
He should have been wasted.
Imagine in the video if he did actually get in some like fucking psychopath car and he just fucking
chopped up in a box.
chops it, yeah.
What's in the box? Jason Donovan's head.
And then he hands it to Kylie, and it's actually Carl McLaughlin who sings Mona.
Oh, who's singing Mona?
It was Henry.
Graham,
Henry, yeah.
He was, wasn't he?
It was.
Curly little deliciousness.
It was, yeah. Most sexiest man in the dungarees. I don't think you can ever give me a more sexier man
I
who
don't
wore
think so.
dungarees.
No. Well, the only other one is obviously the guy out of Brushstrokes,
Yeah.
Jacko.
Or the lead singer of Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh, actually, another
Or
lead singer.
Dexys Midnight Runners.
Midnight Runners.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
where I was
actually,
going.
yeah.
Do-do-do-do. Hijack.
Oh,
Do-do-do-do.
It's too much sex appeal there.
Do you remember we started with a talk about Rear of the Year?
I can talk dirty. I'm getting
You
dirty
can,
about
after all.
dungarees.
You did get dirty about dungarees and arseless chaps. So, yeah, no Rear of the Year. So,
Disgrace.
which is absolutely gutting, but we're going to retrofit it so that Kylie and Jason win that. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Everything tick, tick, tick. So, other stuff in 89. Sky TV launched
Did it?
Oh.
with just 4 channels.
That's right, yeah. It was.
Ridiculous. What were you getting
What
for your
were they?
money? Sky News,
Sky One.
Sky Channel, Eurosport
Oh, okay.
from the outset, and Sky Movies.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's had all the pay stuff, but yeah. just
No
one-
sport as of yet?
So Eurosport, but not
Oh,
Sky.
no, Sky
owns.
Sport, no.
No, they were just very small.
That's all Eurosport reminds me of. Just they always show tennis.
It's tennis and a lot of snooker, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
the weird stuff. Well, they
That's
do like
right.
the really weird biathlon,
Kabaddi.
skiing and
Yes.
shooting and stuff.
Kabaddi.
Kabaddi. That was
Kabaddi.
Channel 4, wasn't it?
I used to love that.
Fucking
Kabaddi, kabaddi.
Kabaddi. Watch that for hours.
Oh,
yeah. And now it's this 200 channel fucking behemoth taking all my money each bloody month.
Yeah, it is a beast.
Oh, can't get away from that, can you? Got to pay for them thrills. Speaking of thrills, there was uproar amongst the Muslim fraternity as they were burning copies of Salman Rushdie's book.
Oh yeah, cool.
This year. The Satanic Verses.
Wow.
I mean, they put a fatwa on his head, didn't they?
Yes.
He wasn't safe for donkey's years.
Yeah. And
Kill order over a book.
they did a children's film of it as well, didn't they?
The Satanic Verses? Did they?
Yeah.
What was it called?
James and the Giant Peach.
Satan goes to the fair. I don't know.
Satan and his pet pigs.
So,
no, you
yeah.
can't do pigs. It's weird.
You can do pigs if you're David Cameron.
You can do pigs if you're David Cameron. That is a very different book.
That is a big, yeah.
But that's another guy you want to talk to about talking dirty, Dale. Maybe
Well,
put all your details on a.
yeah, that's
an
what
email to
PM
David
stands for,
Cameron.
isn't it? Pig molester.
Always political here on the podcast.
It's
Delish.
hard hitting.
What else can I tell you? One more sad news.
Oh, no.
1989. Obviously, there was the Hillsborough disaster.
Yeah,
as well.
very sad, yeah.
Yeah, it was bad, wasn't it?
So yeah, it's fucking horrible. But what can you do? It was in the news, so we have to sort of mention it.
It was horrible, wasn't it? I was actually at a football game that day. And I remember my mum thinking I was at that ground because she didn't know what stadiums or what.
Right.
Yeah, I was at West Ham. I remember he was playing Southampton. I don't know if you can. I think we might have both been there.
Maybe, yeah.
We went with Mark Penn.
Right, okay. In his Jeep?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I remember getting back because I don't think we knew about it at the time. And then, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously there's no like.
And then my mum was like
So-
worried sick. And I was just like, yeah.
No,
obviously-
I didn't go actually because I was a Liverpool fan actually at the time.
No, Joe.
I remember, just remember watching it. It was just, I remember watching it unfold on TV. Obviously, they started to show it. Yeah, it's horrific.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
horrible. Yeah. It was horrible.
really grim. There you go. That's
And then
my.
obviously that changed safety in football.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So yeah, some good came from something fucking ghastly, but yeah, grim. What else you got, Mr. Reynolds? Lead us away from this darkness.
Well, it's difficult.
He's
Things.
gonna-
It just seems to be full of plane crashes and
Oh shit!
everything.
Now.
But there
Was
was
Jason Donovan hijacked?
So there was So there was 47 people killed and 74 injured when a Boeing 737 crashes into the M1 embankment.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
So pilots of the plane report an engine failure shortly after takeoff from Heathrow Airport. But passengers who survived the crash with only minor cuts and bruises are found to have instinctively adapted the brace position. And so since the Kegworthing disaster, the brace
that what
position
they brought
becomes
that in?
part of the safety procedure.
Friggin'
Wow.
all right.
So this
really?
plane crash is what called like...
So before that, it was just run around
Yeah.
like in an airplane and just adopt any
Just freak
position,
out
just
sort of thing,
throw
yeah.
yourself
Yeah,
at
so but then
nearest
this is
wall.
the one that started the brace position, the
Whoa.
safety procedure.
Yeah, no, no. I was just trying to think.
Thought better of a gag.
Yeah, I've still, yeah.
We can gloss that one.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
George W. Bush sworn the 41st President of the United States.
And who would have thought it could have got any worse than that?
Yeah.
But somehow, George
W.
Is that?
I thought it was
George H.W.
I was
Bush.
going to say
actually,
that's the dad, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
George H.W. Yeah.
The slightly less mental of the two, or more mental. I
It
don't
was.
know.
They were all crazy.
They were all
yeah.
fucking doolally, aren't they? Thank God it's going to settle down this year, 2024's election.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
we touched on this before, I think, when we first started on the 90s one, but Tim Berners-Lee invents the World Wide Web as a way of sharing information between computers.
Indeed, we did. Yeah, it's one of our
we
first
did,
steps, isn't it?
I've got a couple more, but go on, you go.
No. I'm literally, aside from a bit of royal news.
All right, so I've got an asteroid known officially as 4581.
He did not want the royal news.
Passes by Earth, missing us by 430,000 miles. And in
That's actually quite close.
In
isn't it?
astronomical terms, this is very close call. If the asteroid passed our orbit 6 hours later, a collision with the force of 12 atomic bombs would have occurred.
Bloody hell.
That is
That is way
crazy.
too close.
Now, when you say
But
in miles,
better
that's
than,
miles, about 6 hours.
How many atomic
12
bombs?
atomic bombs.
12 atomic bombs would have occurred.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
What about 12 atomic kittens?
That's probably worse.
That's worse. Yeah, the devastation after that would be
And then
unlimited,
make
wouldn't it?
and then make you whole again, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They'd drill us a new hole.
Yeah.
And then the only one I got is obviously the Berlin Wall.
Oh, just throwing it out there
But then we'll
casually.
go- knock
Because that, as we go back full circle, that's what David Baddiel helped to bring down.
Yes.
As I remember saying
Was it
incorrectly in the very first episode.
Yeah.
Was it Chuck Norris punched it as well?
Oh, Chuck Norris is responsible for everything good in the world, isn't he? Even
No, Hasselhoff sung there, didn't he? Yeah.
Hasselhoff sang on top of the world, didn't they? Never stopped looking for freedom. That was it. Yeah, the royal news was Princess Anne and Mark Phillips separate. So fuck him. He'll never last, and he didn't. So there we go. There was a tiny bit of sporting news because Arsenal beat Liverpool 2-0 at Anfield with the very last kick of the game.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean, to be fair, that is probably the greatest.
That's a proper story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ludicrous.
I mean, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I still think that is the one. That's got to be the best
Final
finish
game
ever.
of the season.
Do you think that beats the Aguero thing?
There's three for me. You've got Aguero.
Yeah.
You've got Man United beating Bayern Munich. That's got to be up there.
To win the treble.
There's something about the Arsenal one though, because one, it's a whole season. Liverpool were dominant, and they're at home, and all they had to do was keep the ball. They were the best team at keeping the ball, and they somehow passing it around. They passed it back to the keeper.
Couldn't you as well?
Do you know John Barnes crosses it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
All he has to do is hold it in the corner, but he crosses it, and Lukic grabs it, doesn't he?
We go out the other end, and Thomas runs.
So that is one of them. Yeah, that is one of the greatest.
Again,
it's the silly little celebration, isn't it? It's the it's the little forward roll.
He didn't know what to do, did he?
And what I like about it is, again, it was last minute as well.
Yeah.
And it's a bit similar to what I said about Bowen's goal in the Euro thing. It was one of them one-on-ones, so it was like an edge. Yes. He's through on goal, and you're like, is he going to do it? Yeah. And it was like that. So that makes it even better, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a finish to a hell of a season.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, there we go. Wow. So that is my sports roundup. That is proper news. I wonder if there's any weird news doing the rounds.
I hope so.
Let's go across to our sports reporter and weird news reporter, Mr. Richard Dello.
Hello. Yeah, we do have weird news.
Thank the Lord.
And we start off with a midwife
princess.
Reporting the disturbing things that men shout out during or after childbirth.
So once the baby's popped out.
Yeah, or during
it. Okay.
What do you think some of the horrendous things that blokes have shout out or you've shouted out to?
You said you couldn't get it that wide.
It was a lot easier going in.
Okay.
I don't know. I just remember being very helpful.
Well,
yeah, exactly. Okay. Can we fish that out?
I'll start off.
Christ, he's ugly. That's the afterbirth. So.
Yeah, no.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, the slap in the face thing and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so
this is directly from midwives
that
have heard this stuff. This isn't you being...
No. This is generally... This is generally... So this starts off fairly tame and the last one's kind of like the word.
It really barrels
up.
Okay.
The first one...
Ease us in gently.
I can't hold your hand right now. So it's a bit of a drama. I can't hold your hand, right? So you're giving birth to your son.
What was this guy doing that was so important that he couldn't hold his wife's hand, who's squeezing her head out of her chub?
Next one is like, how do we go about getting a paternity test? So
instantly it's come out. It's like, hang on, that's slightly a different shade than I was expecting.
This one is going to make all our female listeners, the loads and that listen.
We apologise in advance.
Yes. Does it really hurt that bad?
Because there's always that discussion of what's really worse pain-wise, kicking the bollocks or childbirth. And Phil has maintained forever that it isn't kicking the bollocks.
Yeah, 100%. You swear by that, Phil.
One of us has got to take the rap for it. It's going to be you.
But the worst one, I think it's the worst one. It's up to you guys what you think and the listeners think. But whack an extra few stitches in there, Doc.
Oh, it's ghastly.
Make it nice and tight.
Oh, that's horrendous, isn't it?
So yes,
that just screams. I'm glad we're in the 80s because that just screams that kind of outdated.
Yeah. So
we're terribly woke here.
That was some of the things. So that was the first bit of news. Next bit of news is a woman was mortified after
we have the gall to call that news.
Yes,
it's true. Sorry, back to the news. Sorry.
Woman was mortified after washing her nan in the washing machine. Right.
Now that's what I call it. Tell me more.
Right. So can you guess what it is?
Can you guess what it is? So she washed her grandmother in the washing machine in error. It'll be like an urn of ashes or something.
Yeah. So basically, 30-year-old Briley Coates accidentally left her nan's ashes lying about, and she believes her cat. They was in a bag they wasn't even put in the
So like coming back from the
crematorium, and she believes
First
that
things do, get the washing on.
she reckons the cat was playing with it, knocked it in the laundry basket, and then straight in the washing machine. So
I don't want to say it sounds sus, but that sounds sus.
So yeah, exactly, yeah. Or she just fucking had him in her pocket, and she
Whacked him in there.
So either way, Briley from Norfolk.
Don't keep your nan's ashes in your cardi pocket. That's a rule to live by.
That's a lesson. This one
Top
is
tips, not 40 just blank.
So this one's quite bad. So the Canadian Medical Association believe that Winnie the Pooh and his friends all have mental health issues.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing this.
And it should never be showed again because of this. So they believe
Eeyore's got like depression.
Yeah. So do you know any more?
Tigger's ADHD or hyperactivity. Kangaroos. Oh no, what's the rabbit? Rabbit's got some. Oh, go on.
Okay, so that's pretty good, mate.
Got anxiety, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So Pooh has ADHD, OCD, and borderline intellectual dysfunctioning. Piglet has anxiety. Tigger has ADHD, as you said, mate. Rabbit is a narcissist. Owl has dyslexia. And Eeyore is depressed. But probably the most controversial out of all of the things is Christopher Robin has gender identity disorder. So, like, for who the fuck is looking into this like that?
The Canadians have got too much time in that.
Yeah, mate. Well, how long ago was this fucking... Like, this was like, he wrote it, the guy wrote it in the 1920s.
It was in the war, wasn't it?
Was it? Oh, okay.
It was early doors, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like sort of... anyway. Oh, yeah, and finally, to finish up, Psychology Today released the signs of how to tell if someone you know is a psychopath.
Oh, let's just have a little look around the room.
Do you reckon you can tell what sort of signs could be, apart from nailing your penis to a blank piece of wood?
Isn't it something that's like a lack of compassion or something, isn't there?
Yeah, emotionally dead, that's one of them.
I'm thinking of what Phil... does a lot.
Some of them are a bit like, oh really? Okay. Some of them are like,
socially challenging.
Yeah, there's ones like that. Yeah, very good, mate. Very good.
Interesting. Lack of eye contact or anything like that?
No. Rabbit has it.
Sharpening your knife often.
Yeah. So narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah.
Right. This
collecting
this
lots
one
of guns and weaponry.
This one, always asking friends for favours. This is like, so
that gives you what's psychopath,
and not returning them. Sorry, and not returning.
So it's a one-way kind of.
Yeah, someone that doesn't match or mirror your actions as well. And
killing pets.
And killing pets. That'd be a great one. I thought that'd be on there. But the final one is just like grooming their eyebrows.
Oh Jesus, my uncle's a psychopath.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm like Ted Bundy.
I was going to say this guy got a killing streak a mile long.
100%. So that is the end of. They are some great.
Not really noticed those before.
Great eyebrows. So that's the end of the weird news. And now on to Jim versus Phil versus Del.
Yes, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
All right. Are you boys ready?
Just to confirm, still the same format, 4 answers.
1, 2, 3, D.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, 100%.
Have you made this one a bit more competitive? Because sometimes you do like a very obvious funny one, or try to rate.
Let's wait and see.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna say. So it's the secret. It's the secret.
All right, let's find out.
Question 1.
I love this game.
Gabby Logan has accidentally done what to her dog? Is it A, fingered its bumhole?
Straight in.
Is it B, shut its head in a car door? Is it C, run over its foot? Or is it D, weed on it's leg?
She's accidentally weed on its leg. Oh my God. Do you want to go first on this
What are you thinking, boys?
Wow, so stuck a finger up its bum, head in the car door.
I mean, that is possible.
I mean, that's the thing. They're all possible. But why would she wee on it as opposed to it wee on her?
Maybe she took the dog out for a walk, desperately needed it, and the dog just ran underneath or something.
Oh, fuck. It could theoretically be all of them. Oh, my God, this is tough already.
I'm going to go for weed on the dog.
You're going for
Yeah.
it. I'm going to go for shut head indoor.
Shut head indoor.
But they're all feasible.
Also didn't. It's a poo.
It's a good one.
Good question.
There's
Strong.
normally one where you just go, right, it ain't that one.
It's not that one, yeah.
Boys, the facts of you questioned A. You should have gone. You should have pushed it. It was A.
Was it?
You fingered its bumhole. She actually, it leans. It sat down when her finger was up. and
Oh,
it
yeah,
just-
that'll chest
That'll
up.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
My trousers fell off and I accidentally
And
stuck my penis in the fish tank.
the dog,
Yeah.
dog also had the kitchen light in its in its bumhole as
Yeah,
well.
had 3 light bulbs up there, some Lego.
Right.
Gabby Logan has accidentally fingered a dog's bottom.
Filth.
Right. So 1-0 to me at the minute. Right.
Oh,
God, Delwyn's a shock lead.
Okay, right, guys. Taylor Swift has a collection of what in her house? Is it A, fat children's fingers?
There it is. There it is.
Is it
He couldn't go too long, could he?
We're back.
Done the first question well.
Is it
He rewarded himself with a really weird one.
is it B, Dolly Parton's acoustic guitars? Is it C, Stevie Nicks' show dresses? Or is it D, none of the above?
I'm going to rule out A. I don't know about you, Phil. But I think the fat kid's fingers are not Tay-Tay's thing. I mean, she is a country singer, but Stevie Nicks is really good as well. I reckon it might be Stevie Nicks'
I was going Dolly Parton.
dresses, so
Yep.
we've got one for each.
It's none of the above.
Shut
No,
your
he ain't
face.
2-0 lead.
What does she have a collection of? I bet she's got a collection of something. Is it Fat Kid's Finger? Fuck me, can't be. Can it?
She collect. Oh, what did she collect when I looked up?
Other people's hopes and dreams.
I think it is. Oh, I can't remember. It is something to do musical, but it's not guitars, and it's not.
Okay, maybe that's what it is. I've heard that she's got something, and
Right.
assumed it must
So
be
this is
two.
this is an
Hell,
answer.
2-0?
This is to do
Can't let him
2-0. So this is to do with
You're
an
one together
answer.
now.
It's to do with an answer we've had before, but it's a different question.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So why did Jim Carrey wear tap shoes to bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember that one? Yeah.
Is it A, because monsters hate tap dancing? Is it B, because he was excited about his dance lessons? Was it C, to kill the cockroaches that ran across the floor? Or was it D, to cheer up his parents in the middle of the night?
Days, he's done another fourer.
Well, I think when I answered this, I think you gave us the
It's
answer.
because he wanted to be.
Yeah.
It was like
Tap dancing. Yeah, we said it's like I said it's like going to bed with football boots, and
Yeah.
because you want to become a
so
footballer.
he's excited about his dance lessons. Is the obvious one.
Is that what you're going for?
I think so.
Yeah, because I'm sure they'll gave us the
Yeah, I
answer
thought
when we
so.
did that.
Unless he's made up an answer.
No,
where
no,
they-
it's,
they
no.
had
This it was
cockroaches.
no. It's to cheer up his parents in the middle of the night. So unfortunately, boys, it's a
What the?
it's a 3
This is outrageous. Has he fed us a load of bullshit 9 series ago?
Yeah,
Just to get a
knowing
point.
it was
Right.
it was well ahead.
Yeah. Sowing the seeds.
All right,
This
boys,
guy, he's
right.
so Tears for Fears, he?
Question 4. Britney Spears loves what?
Cock. Sorry.
Multiple.
Is it A, throwing cake at angry swans?
I wouldn't. To be fair, I wouldn't surprise you.
Depends what Britney we're talking about. Doesn't it?
Is
Break
it-
down Britney or
Is it B, dressing up as Marilyn Monroe?
interesting.
Is it C, vanilla scented candles? Or is it D, painting wildlife?
Oh my! I'm saying she's not an artist.
No.
I'm going to say vanilla scented candles.
Yeah.
If you want to go for the wildlife or whatever it is. No, the what was the second one?
Marilyn Monroe. I think that's
Dressing
too
up as
obvious.
Marilyn Monroe.
You reckon? We've got to divide and conquer to stop this beast.
All right, I'll cover by a basis. I'll go with Marilyn Monroe then.
I'll go.
Oh,
I'll go the candle.
Should have stuck with Jimmy. Jimmy's first point.
Oh,
Vanilla,
it's
vanilla
all right.
candles.
We're clawing it back. Clawing it back.
Right.
So at this point, he goes. There's only one left.
Yeah.
We're screwed.
No, you if you
We've
get
got
all,
time.
you can tie.
Oh,
You can
okay.
tie. Oh no, you can win
You
actually.
go to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. Yeah. Right. Question 5. Leonardo DiCaprio has never done what before? Is it A, had a pigeon peck biscuits off his balls?
I mean, you would hope so.
Is it B, learn to drive? Is it C, had an acting lesson? Or is it D, taken drugs?
So,
Theoretically,
the other 3 he's definitely had done. Is that what you're saying? Or do you just know one of these he hasn't had done?
Yeah, one of them he's never done before.
Okay, so if we went for A, as in
He's never had pigeons.
or if we went for B, acting lessons, and you go, yes, that's right. You're telling us he has had a pigeon peck something on his book.
So by process of elimination, we have to go for the pigeon pecking biscuits off.
That's
his
what I mean.
balls.
Are we saying the other three he has had done, or do you just know one of these he hasn't had done?
Yeah, I know one of these. Yeah, sorry, one of these he hasn't had
phrased
done.
question, but I think we've got a point out of it.
So.
I'm going for the pigeons.
You going pigeons?
Well, no, because now he's saying he just knows it's one of these.
Okay, so what we got? Acting lessons.
So you got
drugs.
pigeon, learned to drive, had acting lessons, or taken drugs.
Well, I mean, he's clearly taken.
Yeah, I'd say he's taken drugs. It's probably acting lessons. He was very young, wasn't he, when he was in films? He was like What's Eating Gilbert Grape when he was about 7 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah, maybe he just learned.
So it's probably just
on the job. So if I go driving lessons and you go,
I'll go acting lessons. Yeah.
Okay, boys, it's taking drugs.
Shut your face! It is.
Yeah, when he was doing Wolf of Wall Street, he had to he hung around people that were doing drugs, but he's never.
He is. And I quote that he can sue me if he wants.
Well,
he has definitely smashed a load of gear.
That was on the.
Only because that bloated face instantly says drug taking.
Okay, right. Anyway, question 6: what self-proclaimed musical bad boy has appeared on Sesame Street?
Ooh.
Is it A, pimped up Cliff Richard? Is it B, R. Kelly?
R. Kelly.
Is it C, Chris Brown, or is it D, Snoop Dogg?
I think it's Snoop Dogg.
I instantly thought Snoop Dogg rather than.
I think I've seen a clip of it.
Because whilst he's like everyone's favourite smackhead uncle, isn't he? He's got that kind of good time vibe about him rather than being.
I'm sure. Yeah, it just rings a bell. I've seen a clip of it somewhere.
I just can't see Chris Brown going on Sesame Street.
And R. Kelly, they surely wouldn't be allowed to.
It's between Kelly and Snoop Dogg, isn't it? But I think it's the dog. It's the Snoop D-O-double-G, isn't it?
Yeah, is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
We're both going for Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, fuck it.
I think so. We've lost already, so we might as well just go.
Boys, it's Chris Brown.
You shut your dirty mouth, it is. When did they let Chris Rihanna Brown on?
I thought I might have a sort of a chance in this one, but I didn't think it would be. I thought it'd be close. No, I didn't think. All right, last one. Do you want to do last one for shits and gigs?
Always.
Yeah, go on.
All right. What is Tom Hanks's party trick? Is it A?
You can fart the alphabet.
Yeah. Is it A, recreating his films using cats and hummus?
Not just cats. And hummus.
And hummus. Is it B, fitting his whole fist into his mouth? Is it C, juggling blindfolded? Or is it D, none of the above?
He would have. He's been on like Graham Norton a lot, hasn't he? He would have done one of these weird party tricks.
I think he can put his fist in his mouth.
I think it's that or none of the above. I don't think it's juggling blindfolded.
No. I'm going to go fist in his mouth.
But now I think it's a double bluff, and I think it probably is the blindfolded. He wouldn't finish on none of the above, would he?
Don't know, he's on a roll tonight.
No, well, I'll go blindfolds, juggling, bucket. Oh, he's smirking.
None of the above.
None of the above, yeah. He's such a dick. I used to love this game. I hate this game now. It's so shit.
All right, boys, that concludes.
Wow.
What's the score?
You toasted us.
It was
4-5-1.
6-1.
6-1. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
congratulations. It's a deserved victory. It's about time as well, Dave.
Oh, cheers, boys. But yeah, no, it's just unlucky. Just on a couple of questions, you was in the right ballpark, and then you kind of. But then there's
second guessed ourselves.
Yeah, I think.
What can you do? It's because we've been led astray by your madness over the episodes, isn't it? That's what it is.
I'm trying to think out the box and then not think out the box, and
then
some of them
occasionally
just
you go back in the box just for a split second,
and then Jack in the box,
kids' fingers out, and cats and hummus, and then you don't know where you are. Right then, little blankers, what we're going to do to end this part of the podcast, because we have, as you can quite clearly tell if you look at your running clocks, rambled on for a while, is do some letters and emails. And then we'll come back with part 2 with TV, film and music. So, plenty of action in the post bag this week. We've got some letters from a variety of listeners. I'll give you all a little shout out at the end, but I'm going to go straight in with Dirty Dancing. And he's asked, to the music of Uptown Girl, Can you make up a song about Jean-Claude Van Damme? Very, very specific, Dirty Dan. So to the music of Uptown Girl. And we're all okay on that song, yeah? Uptown Girl.
Yeah.
I've been living in a uptown world. But we need a song about Jean-Claude Van Damme. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to think, Phil, by going to Del first.
Okay, right. Okay.
So Del, you are not our lyricist per se. That obviously honour goes to Pip Whitehouse. I'm expecting great things from him because he's got a couple of extra minutes.
Okay. Well,
does anything jump off the page at you?
Well, I'll go for one, but yeah, I'll be like the warm-up act for the main main man.
Okay, yeah, that makes
and
sense.
then obviously yourself, Jim, you'll be.
Well, I mean, if we've got time.
Oh,
sure.
if we've got time, right? Okay.
Do you need us to sort of keep the beat going? Do you want us to sing the Uptown Girl in the background really quietly? Or are you happy to...
No, well, it's up to you.
Let's see how you go a cappella on
join in if you want
to. Join in if you know it, which we don't.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, you've been beating up a Chinese man.
He's been beating up a Chinese man.
You sucked him in the big old balls, and it really is approved by RuPaul.
No, I didn't think you'd get Jean-Claude Van Damme and RuPaul into the same song, but somehow they work perfectly well. The accent. Do you want to talk us through the accent? That was a curiosity. I won't lie.
I don't know.
But I enjoyed it.
I don't know.
So just talk us through the narrative
cross
of that
between Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's been beating up a Chinese man.
Because that is the plot of most of his films, granted.
Very much so. That's why I said it.
And then he kicked him directly in the balls.
In the balls. And
it was approved by
RuPaul.
RuPaul, who is big on tucking those balls away.
Yes, and that's why. She wants them. Get rid of them balls. So
it's nice.
I did a worldwide campaign actually. I think.
Tuck 'em and
fuck 'em
with RuPaul.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Well, I would sign up for that. I mean, Phil's feeling the pressure already now because he knows that.
Trying to think of words that rhyme.
Words that rhyme with. Have you put orange?
Are you gonna rise? To
You made it really difficult for yourself.
Are you going to rise to the occasion, Phil?
What do you mean?
Well, you're the main act. You're the
No.
Pip Whitehouse.
I won't lie. The support act went down very fucking well.
Good, yeah.
Ooh,
Big clappage.
It was good.
So do you reckon you got something?
I don't know, I'm trying to think.
You got to think
around,
of films, maybe Bloodsport.
What we could do is do a secondary question, and whilst you're thinking of that one, out of your subconscious, it might come back. So we'll finish on a song.
Don't let him off there.
Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely. We'll finish on a song. Don't you worry about that. So whilst that one percolates in the background, let's go with this. A Mandalorian has said, speaking in a childlike voice, very specific from Amanda. Speaking in a childlike voice, make up the worst football chant you can think of.
Oh, fucking hell, these are hard, aren't they, today?
Yeah, I mean, they're demanding, the listeners, but I like them
I'm still trying to think of the Belgian.
But that's all right, because what you
feel now I've got to think of this one.
Maybe it'll get the juices flowing then.
Tell you what it is, it's something, because it's a childlike voice, anything you basically say that's a bit sweary or brutal is going to sound even more wrong. It's like hyper extended by the fact that it's in a childlike voice. They're like, you're going to get your fucking head kicked in. Is going to sound more odd. It's that kind of weird displacement thing, isn't it? So like, I fucked your mum, innit? Yeah, you fat prick.
Okay, so what we got to say to what?
So it's just so it's the worst football chant you can think of.
Worst football
but with that kind of childlike voice. So
the worst is in what, offensive or
could be. I mean, there's some pretty ropey ones out there. Have you seen the videos of like American sports fans watching UK fans and their chants, and the flip side, because the Americans
are go let's go sexy.
Yeah, exactly. It's all that. It's very like up and positive, but there's nothing derogatory in it at all. And then you get our ones just giving it.
Yeah,
stand or sit down if you shagged your mum.
It's all like I've seen them. Yeah, they're good the ones to watch, aren't they?
Because they just go, "What the fuck? This is so offensive."
Yeah, I know. It's kind of
so you would know this from obviously your sporting days, but the goalkeepers get picked on mercilessly because you're for half the match you're standing on your own
right behind
in
the
front
goal
of the big ultra fans, and they're just like, oh, it's your fault, fatty, your fault, fatty, your fault, fatty, that you lost. It's just ghastly, isn't it? And then at the end of it, claps all rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
They clap the fans, the fans clap him, and they all go off for tea and toast.
There's some brutal ones. The old games I used to do it. There's like used to say about the goalkeeper taking it up the arse.
Yeah, absolutely, up the arse and all.
Paul Sampson, the old Southend goalkeeper. Sammy takes it up the arse was one they used to sing.
There you go. Do that in a childish voice if you can, then, Dan.
Sammy takes it up the bum. You're gonna get your fucking toenails cut.
I can't think of any.
Your toenails cut. That's really tickle me for no reason.
This is a pretty shit one.
Because you've been to a fair amount of games, and surely, Phil, there's something in the back of your head that, even if you can re-quote one back, but in a childish voice.
Yeah.
Must be some fairly ropey West Ham ones for the away
fans. I always liked the one that when the West Ham ones sang about Liverpool fans.
Oh Christ!
When I know it's like when they were saying, "We've got to Canio, you've got our car stereos." I always quite like that.
Okay, how's it sound in a childlike voice?
Childish voice.
We got the Canio, you've got our car stereos.
It's beautiful. It's
perfect.
It works.
You got another one, Jimmy?
They have been writing in their droves. The listeners. I've got ones from Anthrax. I've got ones from Dirt Chicken. Stevie G had Peter Pan of Chocolat. He's written in Harold Shitmum, and my favourite, Paul the Midwife. So I'm going to go with Paul the Midwife. So he says, apart from the school caretaker, who was your first kiss? Which is beautiful. And it's odd that Paul knows that each of our kisses were indeed with the school caretaker. So that's something we need to pick up with Paul probably off air. But
did he ever get found out, the caretaker?
No, he was very, very careful with his tracks, wasn't he?
What was the name of our school
caretaker?
I can only think of the one from Grange Hill was popping into my... Is it Mr. Griffiths or something?
Mr. Griffiths, yeah, I remember him. I can't remember our school caretaker at all, apart from his soft lips, obviously.
I remember the Jotman's caretaker, Mr. Burton, but
hello.
Yeah.
You started early then.
Dirty Bertie.
Dirty Burton. Are you happy to give up the name of your first kiss, Mr. Dello?
Yeah, it was Boy George.
Oh.
No, it was Tracy Miller, I think. Yeah.
Tracy Miller that we know from
Tracy Miller.
From the Back to the Future movies, yeah.
From the Back to the Future movies. Oh, interesting. Mr. Reynolds?
My first one, tongues. So we're going tongues.
Well, yeah, I suppose if you're,
you do like one at primary school.
Yeah.
So my first proper tongue.
I was going to say a cute one.
Was Suzanne Cheeseman.
We're going straight in with tongues, only because you're quite happy with yourself.
Suzanne Cheeseman. And I remember it was like people made a really big.
It was a beautiful day.
People made a really big thing about it. It was
shining, birds were singing.
It was like
there were deers. I remember frolicking
over the park, and people got us together.
Well, that was gathering.
And, it was. It was like a go on the joking. And it was
that's at a team all for it.
But it was part of like a. Not a
it was like Didum and that was there. I remember made us like get
you had a crowd watching.
Yeah.
They sell tickets.
I don't know.
Michael Jackson flew in just as
a big crowd, probably like about 6 people.
Do you want to come to a party?
And it was on the
do you want to go watch Phil?
It was on the climbing frame at Richmond Park.
On the climbing frame, you did it extreme.
Wow, that is proper. That's par 4.
Oh, that's delicious. Par 4. Oh, Del, that's so good. Oh, Phil just really happy with himself, and he's like, yeah, that's right, tongues. Yeah. Let's go for it. Oh my god. Oh,
it was yours, Jimmy.
Yeah.
It was going to be someone at primary school, wasn't it? It's just a cute little thing.
Philip Hawkins.
Do you know? Could have been. The caretaker there was very soft-lipped.
Oof.
I want to say Laura McGeorge, I think is a name that rings a bell.
That's a fabulous Hollywood actress name.
It does sound quite good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, then she moved
to Hollywood.
She moved away. I don't know what I did. I must have done it all wrong. I don't know. You use your feet, right?
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
foot
of course.
action in kissing. Yeah.
Take a run up
She
as well.
wasn't wearing her shin pads. I think I might have damaged her. Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Reminiscing on kissing.
That's what it is. It's all gone quiet whilst Phil
I know.
redoes it. It's like,
Where he knocks his boner
No,
down.
I'm not. Do you know what? I'm actually still trying to think of words that rhyme with my.
well, let's go missing and kissing because
Yeah.
we're just giving you some.
I'm not actually paying any attention to it. I'm still trying to.
You're a
In my
fan-
head, I'm thinking.
Van Damme fan. There's a.
I'll tell you what we'll do then. I'm going to ask Del one more question, so it gives you more thinking time, so you can concentrate.
I think I'm nearly there.
If not,
concentrate
you
on
just
this.
got to say the first thing that comes into your head, which is the whole point. Anyway.
Okay, so I've got questions from. I'm going to let you choose. I'm going to give you three more names of viewers that have written in to listeners.
Wow.
I've got Samantha Mumbawamba.
Okay. Wow. Oh,
I've got
love the song.
which is a lovely touch. A lot of good names coming. I've got where are you? Buddy Ball-Lake,
Oh,
and then I've got Terry Miss You.
Terry Miss You.
Who would you like to hear from?
Give us such a hard choice actually, but Buddy Ball-Ache for me, I think.
Buddy Ball-Ache. So, a little bit of history going on this one. So,
Okay.
we've got a little bit of time. To avoid being executed by Henry VIII and Nelly Furtado, how would you persuade them not to? So, you've got to make a case to not be executed by the I'm Like a Bird singer, Nelly Furtado, and or Henry VIII.
Hang on, was she also man-eater though? Was that Nelly
she
Furtado?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
she was
yeah,
a man
I think
eater.
you're
Yeah.
right.
Make you work hard. Make you
Whip hard. Don't get that song in your stuck in your head. You just get thinking about a different one. Okay, Uptown Girl for you.
How would I
Del,
persuade
I will
them?
be. Do you want me to be Henry VIII or Nelly Furtado that you're pleading your case to?
I want you to be a mixture of both.
I'll be Henry Furtado.
Oh, Henry Furtado.
Nelly VIII.
I want you to say, I'm Henry VIII for him.
So I can be-
I'll fly away.
I could be Henry Furtado.
Henry
I'll
Furtado.
be a guy called Henry who's got a Latin American
Oh,
twang to him. Hey,
I
bitch.
want you to be Nelly the Eighth.
Nelly VIII. Only I could.
Okay.
But
Okay.
So why are you up for execution? What have you done? What's your hypothetical crime?
I've shoved the swan's head up my anus.
As we know,
Yes.
Henry was not a fan of
I know.
that. So
It's treason, isn't it?
it is exactly what it is. So, right, boy, why are you shoving my swan's heads up your arse?
Well, sorry, sir. I just thought that it was there, and I was feeling comfortable, but I shoved it up my arse, and I know it's treason, but I didn't actually kill it. And I took the swan's head out of my arse, and I gave it Toblerone, and it was it was all good. It was.
So, a couple of things to pick up with you on that. It was there, is your defence. It was a swan's head. It was attached to a fucking swan.
Can I ask a
Just
question?
there. Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
We're trying to buy you time, essentially. So we're just answering Buddy Ball-Ache's question to give you time to
I've
think.
literally just stopped concentrating and come in between you two, fucking just talking bollocks. Like role acting.
Henry Furtado here. Role playing, I believe.
Role
Play
acting.
acting.
Play
It's a bit of
acting,
the two.
hijacking,
Pretending to be roles.
hitchjacking, who knows what. Well, anyway, back to Henry the Furtado. Screw you, they're my fucking swans. You're a dead man. Now, fuck off.
I'll give you some Toblerone.
Well, fair enough. You got me.
Okay.
All right, let him off. Right. So, Philip Reynolds, you've had plenty of time, I believe.
Okay, I think I'm there.
So just to go back, so we're looking for a song about Jean-Claude Van Damme to the music of Uptown Girl.
Okay.
Have you hit the brief?
I think so, yeah.
Let's hear it.
Go.
He was a Belgian man. He was splitting onto Coke cans. Really, now was his time to shine. Thought was 2, but there's only 4'9".
No.
Yeah?
Yeah, touche. There's a little ripple there.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
mate.
A little ripple. It's nice.
Well done.
It's worth waiting for, I think.
Yeah.
Worth waiting for.
I completely missed all the other questions, just trying to come up with that.
Which is absolutely fine. So just talk us
It's
through the
worth the wait.
narrative again. So
Belgian man,
Belgian man, factually correct. Love
splitting
it.
on 2 Coke cans, always doing splits.
One of his most famous moves.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Really?
Always on Coke cans as well.
Always.
Because it rhymed
Sometimes chairs.
Because it rhymed with man.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
The most obvious rhyme is Coke cans. Yeah, sure. Into the second
Time to
stanza.
shine.
Time to shine.
Yeah.
he didn't think he was tall, but he thought he had a tall posture, but he was only 4'9".
Nice.
That's
Builds
true,
him
really.
up, knocks him out.
It's actually a midget, isn't he? He's like Danny DeVito height.
I told you a story when I was at Cannes Film Festival. Me and
Cannes?
Steve were walking behind him, didn't we?
Yeah.
Could you see everything you needed to?
So he was
Looking over
tiny.
his head.
He was literally 20 yards in front of us.
Yeah.
He had two women on each arm,
mate.
and he walked over to his yacht for a good old night.
Was he like
But
when
he
you
was tiny?
got him in-
He was taller than 4'9", but he was about 5'4". I'd say 5'5".
Wow.
He was tiny.
What was he like when you got him in the sack and you pulled him away? Was he heavy?
Yeah. He's
there you
big
go.
old, big boy.
Is he still in your shed?
Yeah.
you forgot to let him go, didn't you?
Yeah.
For quite a long time. That's when his output really dropped away.
Yeah, oh yeah. 100.
Otherwise, he would have still been probably number one actor in the entire
Universal Soldier. That was it.
world. That was it. Went rapidly downhill after that. Well, that is, I want to say, a mixed bag of questions. It really was. There are plenty more to choose from when we come back in part 2 as well. So never fear, Blankers. There's more madness on the way. But for now, should we end this half of the podcast? Let people get a cup of tea and a slice of cake.
Get their head round it.
They can come back in a week's time for part 2 of the 1989 episode. Until then, Blankers, toodle pipskio.
Bye.
Enjoy your biscuits.